DC inboard replacement for MacBook Air A1466. The tools we're going to need are a T5 screwdriver, a pentalobe screwdriver, and tweezers are optional. Go ahead and begin by removing the 2 pentalobe screws that are slightly longer than the rest of the screws. There are 10 screws in total. These 2 that are slightly longer in the center top, and then the 8 going around the contour that are slightly shorter. Go ahead and remove those 8 next. With all 10 screws removed, go ahead and lift up and remove the cover panel to the side. Always begin by disconnecting the battery. Go ahead and find that little tugging lever and pull on it to disconnect the battery from the logic board. Let's begin by removing the cable that connects the DC in board to the logic board. Go ahead and gently pop up that connection on the right side and then on the left side and move that cable out of the way. Now go ahead and disconnect the power cable that connects the DC in board to the logic board. Go ahead and pop out the speaker cable next and move that over to the side. Go ahead and remove 1 T5 screw at the end of the heatsink that connects the fan, the DC in, and the heatsink. Go ahead and remove the T5 screw that connects the DC in board to the frame. Go ahead and move that out of the way. Lift up that little eyelash right there and move that peripherals cable out to that little ribbon cable. Be careful with that. Go ahead and remove a T5 screw from the fan on the left side, and then the T5 screw on the fan on the bottom. Now the fan is loose, but it's still connected to the logic board. Go ahead and lift up that little eyelash right there and tuck out that cable very carefully. You don't want to rip this. Be very gentle. Go ahead and just move that fan out of the way. Okay, now you can lift up on the DC in board. You can see it's tangled in by the eyesight camera cable. Go ahead and untug that, and that's out. DC in board installation for MacBook Air 1466. Now insert the DC in board and tuck in that cable in that notch, the eyesight cable in the notch on the side of the DC in board. Go ahead and place that in, making sure you're not trapping any cables. Go ahead and secure it with the T5 screw, attaching it to the frame. Now go ahead and tuck in that peripherals ribbon cable on the bottom. It's kind of tricky. Go ahead and push that in and lock in that eyelash, locking it into place. Now go ahead and reconnect the speaker. Just push it over the socket and apply pressure. That should lock it in. Now the fan. Go ahead and tuck in that fan ribbon cable first. Push that all the way into the socket and then push down on that eyelash, locking it in. Now adjust its orientation. Now go ahead and secure the left T5 screw for the fan. Go ahead and secure the bottom T5 screw for the fan. And then the third final screw that secures the fan, the DC in board, and the heat sink together. Now go ahead, plug in the power rail cable. And now we can cover the last connection, connecting the DC in board data cable to the logic board. Go ahead and reconnect the battery. Place the cover back on top. Go ahead and secure the 2 slightly longer pentalobe screws first, and then the remaining 8 going around the contour of the MacBook Air.